Hey everyone, welcome back to a Warlock Sanctum interview. Today we have Celesteen Knox. Did you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Celesteen Knox. I am a GM focusing on non-D&D systems. I have been GMing about 2 years, a little over 2 years, uh, somewhere around there. So I'm still learning, but I like to think that I do a good job.
Alright, so that answered our initial question of how long you've been doing the paid GMing.
I'm just that good. I answer questions before you even ask them.
Yeah, psychic.
Oh, the
Alright,
paid GMing I've only been doing since like earlier this year. I don't remember exactly when I started.
that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Within the last year though.
Yes.
Alright, if you don't mind, what are your two biggest strengths you have when running systems that kind of set you apart from other people you've played with or seen run games?
Um, well, I played with really great people, so I won't say that I'm better. But what sets me apart, what's different, I guess, is I'm more focused on giving players an emotional experience than I am in mechanics or running combat. So most of the mods that I write and run are very much more focused on, there's usually a villain, but they usually have some motivation to what they're doing beyond just world domination. Something that the players can use to approach the conflict and approach the problem uh, without having to fight.
Alright. So, emotional experience and definitely motivators for the villain, making them a little more real, if that makes sense.
Yes.
All right. Moving on to our other questions. What are your two favorite systems to run? What do you have down or what do you jive with the best?
My two favorite systems are Masks: A New Generation and Urban Shadows, both of which are uh, powered by the Apocalypse, and both of which are offered through Magpie Games, and both of which are pretty much perfect for the kind of games that I love to run, but also have very different um, styles and feels from each other, considering that Masks is about teenage superheroes coming to terms with themselves, not just their powers, but who they are as people. Whereas Urban Shadows is more dark urban fantasy, politics, and intrigue, where the most powerful currency in the game is debt.
Interesting, interesting. I think it's the first time someone's brought up urban shadows in any detail on this. Um, Moving along. Do you use any kind of virtual tabletop in your online games, or do you use Discord, or how do you run these games? I know Powered by Apocalypse is a little simpler than some people's usual things, so I'm just curious, how do you make use of online tools?
Yeah, I run on Discord. I have a Discord server that is where that is the hub for all of my paid games, and we do voice chat. I do not require or even prefer video because I know a lot of people are uncomfortable with having to be on video, so I don't require it. As for virtual tabletops, I've tried a couple of different ones. I've tried Roll20. I've tried the newer one, Roll, um, which for user experience, I think Roll is a lot better. I have kind of like peeked in on like Foundry and like a couple of others, but in the end, I just kind of prefer, like just describing things. I also am an artist, so I draw my own maps. I draw characters a lot of the times, the NPCs, and then I just share them in the Discord, in the channel for that game as the as the session goes along and it becomes relevant.
Interesting. I was not aware you were an artist. Do you find that helps out a lot, like getting people into the feel you're looking for or drawing people in?
I do, and I've had people say as much. So I enjoy having visuals myself. It helps me as the GM if I have a map of my city to be able to say, okay, this is where this villain is kind of wreaking havoc right now, and you are here. How do you get from here to there? And it helps them to be able to formulate that um, plan.
Interesting. Interesting. So, the last question I'm going to ask, and it's one I kind of ask everyone. So, you have about 2 hours, you have a group you've never played with before. What system do you grab, and what plot hook do you use to pull them into the either one shot or upcoming campaign for this group?
And because Powered by the Apocalypse games tend to not come with their own mods, I write my own. And I have one that has been very successful called As Long as We Both Shall Freeze, wherein the PCs have to save a superhero wedding from a villain named Freeze Frame, who has very compelling reasons for doing what she's doing.
Interesting. All right. Is there anything else you want to plug? Any upcoming campaigns or anything else? I'll just have the links in the description below, or a place people can reach out to contact you.
I think right now most of my campaigns are actually full, but let me actually check that very quickly, because
Absolutely.
there may be one that might have like a seat left. Let's see. Come on, SPG, load please. Oh, okay. So starting on the 27th, which is this coming Tuesday, I'm actually running a what's going to end up being a four shot of the Devil's Due, which is a mod that I wrote for Crossroads Carnival, which is in a magpie ash can, meaning that it's not complete, but it does have a version out that you can run. Um, so yeah, that's on SPG on Start Playing .games, and it's $15 per session, and it'll be 4 sessions. And Crossroads Carnival is Depression era carnies.
Interesting. All right. Well, that's all my questions for today. Is there anything else you want to pass on to the audience, or any last words before we say goodbye?
I just want to encourage people, like if you're thinking about playing a tabletop game and you haven't, do it. Um, just play one game. Find something. Find a one shot. Find a learn to play, and figure out if it's your thing or not. You won't know if you'll have fun until you try it. And I I've tried it and fell in love. So um, yeah, just play games, play as many games as you can and as you want. Have fun. Life's too short to not.
All great advice. All right. So that's been our guest this week, Celesteen, and you can find her at them. I apologize at startplaying.games. I'll have a link below. And I myself am Matthew Pose, and until next time, everyone have a great week and a great weekend. Bye for now.